Morning guys, today we're going to talk about some unintentional and intentional bolting that I have going on in my garden. So bolting refers to when a particular plant wants to go to seed and produces a flower. This variety of basil I don't use very often in my cooking because it's a Lebanese type and it's just got a very strong flavour. So I intentionally let it bolt because the native wildlife love it, and particularly bees, which I will welcome bees in my garden any day. Here is some unintentional bolting that is happening on my dill because I just don't use it often enough, but I still want it around. So to promote the tender shoots and not the seeds, I'm actually just going to cut these off as they come. Oh, that doesn't want to cut. Here is my coriander, or some call cilantro, and you can see it's starting to develop a bit of a stalk, which means it can bolt. So you want to chop these off early to promote the leaves instead of the stems and the seeds. I don't have a purpose for this right now, but I will just use it, or I will put it in the freezer and use it later. Here is another case of intentional bolting because I want the fennel pollen on these plants, and we use these for porchetta, or the Italians do, and so subsequently I make things for my husband that need this. I harvest this when the flowers are just starting to open. I'll put them in a bag and let them sit there until they release their pollen. You can see this one's not quite ready because the flowers haven't actually opened yet. For this lettuce, I have the same case as the coriander, where it's starting to get a bit leggy and spiraling like that in the middle, which means it can bolt. So I'm going to harvest some of this just so it doesn't. Prioritize taking from the main stem. And this lettuce can still be used. I would just recommend a vinaigrette because it can be a little bit bitter. And while we're here, we'll get some ever-growing chilies. I like them green. And at the end of our bolting, we have a sizable harvest actually.